Trying to hurry up. Mm, I don't think so. And let's see. So today, got a couple of things to look over. Um, Out here on the scans, I had jotted down LUMOBIOL CDIO. All of these are just continuation, or not continuation. All of these are medical stocks that have been popping up this week. I mean, we've had some crazy medical stocks pop up, like on just publications, and not any huge findings. Just any kind of medical news has been on the pop. So kind of seeing what today has to offer. LUMO is our one that is over 20%, up 28% on the day. Only has a million shares traded. We'll see how that one goes out of the open. Another cheaper one was BIOL. We can see on this monthly chart, it does this explosion quite a bit. So if we go back a little bit, this thing has plenty of history all the way back to the 1995, 2000s, and we can see these big pops and dips, big pops, dips. Now these are a little bit different because this is the monthly chart, so it's bullish for like a month, from 34 cents up here to $2, came back down to 73 cents, back up to $5. So these are monthly candles, so they look a little bit different. This is 1 month going from what, 8 cents up here to $5. So very volatile stock on that one. We'll look at the float in just a minute. CDIO is one that we saw yesterday. Nice green candle on the month after hitting a bottom of 17, coming back up here to 32 cents, and now pushing all the way up there to 138 and sitting at 153 just about. So right under these previous highs here for the month. Good morning, Mike D. So we today just going through these medical stocks that have popped up: LUMO, BIOL, and CDIO. But yeah, I was going over CDIO right now. Looking at the monthly chart, has a high of 180. If we look back a little bit, I guess this is all of the months that it's been trading, just a couple of months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2. So right over a year it's been trading. Had a previous level back here right at the 90s. We can see that the shorts were winning, but they got knocked out of there from the 90s on up to almost $8 or over $8. Then came back down to this level, fell this level for a few months, and then came right back up to the 90 level. So 90 is definitely a spot of interest on the monthly chart. Let's jump down here to the weekly chart and see if we see anything in here. As you can see, a couple of little indecision buy-ups here before the explosion upward. So I'm thinking 90 is going to be a little bit of a level for it. Let's go to BIOL. Holding at the 183 right now. So right at the top of this, just about this is 190s. Right around this level. Zoom back a little bit. And like I said, we see these pops and we see these nice dissensions, months of dissension. So think about somebody holding this thing, is holding, for 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, and then it just starts going down all of that time in this trade, and it's just sinking on you. Yesterday, so what I realized yesterday is the strategy that I'm using is extremely hard to use. Why? Because of patience. So yesterday I was in the Discord with Donnell and I believe RexCon and Mike D might have been in there as well. But we're talking about this stock that I had spotted, TMDX. And I saw it had a nice little uptrend. We identified levels around here, and I was like, man, if that 60 breaks down, Oh, that's all I need, right? I'd want to play under the 60 here. The reason why is looking here on the monthly chart. I had seen it form a little bit of resistance here before, back here on the monthly chart. And I was looking at this whole engulfing candle right here. This candle covered up the whole candle behind it, all of the red. And I was like, okay, well, if it comes back and tests this level here, right around here, right around 55, I think I'm gonna take this trade for a long on this engulfing candle for maybe some continuation upward, right? So that was the whole premise of the play. And I mean, I sat there and I was like, okay, just waiting. And it came down right to 60. I mean, right, like right 60 flat, didn't break. And I was like, if I jump into this at 60, one, I would be breaking a rule. I want to see it do what I planned on it to do so I can, be in the right standing on the strategy, right? And this thing just licked 60 all day long. I mean, it would not leave 60. So I was like, whatever. But by the end of the day, still never broke down 60. So I just didn't take the trade on it. It did take a lot of patience, a lot of actually nailing my hands to the chair. So I didn't press any buttons. But, you know, it was an interesting one. And like I said, these medical stocks have been popping all week. TMDX is no different. It was a medical stock, but it had some crazy range. That ATR was $4.28. So I was like, man, this thing can give me $1 easy, easy. So, but didn't follow. It didn't follow the plan. So did not end up getting into that one. That's the hardest. That's the hardest part about most of this. Most of the trading, especially if you have something that's like patience based. Oh my goodness, this thing just would not do anything for me. But anyway, back over here on the charts. Pull up Street Smart Edge. Oh man, I kind of, I've been looking at Street Smart Edge and everything. I kind of want them to switch over to TD. I might call them and switch me over because I'm tired of having having to draw these lines over and over again on each and every chart. It's getting old. I thought I was gonna be over with. I thought I was gonna be done with this. Oh yeah, Mike D said he checked it out and decided to buy a put today on TMDX. Yeah, I don't know. It's still bullish. It just didn't give me the day trade. Like the thing is with day trading, even if it doesn't work out in that day, it's still, if you look at the monthly, it's still super bullish. It has a engulfing candle. I'm sure one of these days it's gonna pop well above 61, but it didn't do it on the day that I was day trading, right? So I'm looking to make money on the day. But overall, I think it's gonna be a little bit bullish over the 60s, but it just wasn't bullish on the day that I wanted it to be. So that's okay. Still green on the month. Didn't get any knots on my head or anything from not trading it, so it's whatever. But I think that the main watch today is going to be CDIO. It's got 8 million shares, but the thing is only 13%. It looks like it went down a little bit. I don't know. Let's hit it up. Put this over here. CDIO. 13. I thought it was like closer to 20%, but maybe it wasn't. CDIO, BIOL, and Lumo, LUMO. And we'll see if anything else pops up. We got about a little over 15 minutes until the bell. Let me look at some of these floats and some of the catalysts on these. So first of all, starting on CDIO. Catalyst. The last catalyst was on yesterday. Of course, we saw it popping yesterday. The holding shares halted, blah, blah, blah. Let's zoom back. Family medicine specialist. Epigenetic genetic test. What? Okay. So assessing heart attack risk. Okay, so CDIO is assessing heart attack risk. BIOL, any news on today? Reports findings from a 12-month follow-up to clinical trial performed at the McGuire Institute. The study confirms that BioLace, water lace repair perio protocol has similar and sustainable clinical outcomes as compared to traditional mist in treating intro. Man, they got too many big words in there. I'm not about to tear my tongue up. All right. LUMO. They got phase 2 trials targeting pediatric growth hormone deficiency. It meets the endpoint, whatever their endpoint target was. What is up with all of these bio stocks, man? Mike D says probably all insiders trading. Possibly. I don't know. Was there any kind of news dropping from the FOMC today? Because usually Wednesday is the day that they do that. FOMC. They always do something. We had our elections here yesterday in Mississippi, getting the voting for the governor and lieutenant governor and all that stuff. There's always some kind of political movement going on. All right, let's see. What are we looking for? News and events. November 1st. Okay, opening remarks by Chair Powell. That is today at conference celebrating the centennial of the Division of Research and Statistics. Okay. A couple of speeches coming out today. Two of them. Governor Cook on financial stability. Huh. Wonder how they're going to try to sway the people on that one. Invitation to speak at the Central Bank of Ireland. Okay, that is too much to read. They got things going on, but it doesn't look like anything that's going to be super important. Nothing about interest rates or anything like that. Hopefully, they'll probably tap on it in some of those speeches, but it's whatever. Donnell called out TAOP if it can stay above VWAP 250 level. TAOP. Let's see what TAOP is doing. Okay. Let's go over here and look at the monthly chart first. TAOP. Let's see. It's at 238. Apparently, I looked at this before and had drawn some levels, but those levels are not looking great. Let's go ahead and get rid of those. Okay, it's at 238 right now. Looks like right around this level. And then had a bottom down here at the we'll say 170 to like 160, like 10-cent range there. Let's jump over to the weekly. So back below maybe maybe the 190s. It'll be all out for the day if you were going to trade this. I don't know. Also has a little bit down here at the 180, so maybe 180, but I don't know. Kind of hard to tell what the obvious levels are, but this is the weekly chart. We'll dive down into the daily here. Okay, so on the daily chart, see that 180 level. It's got a little bit of room in here to play, and then on the hour chart, right now it's in this range here between the 130s, or not the 130s, 230s and the 275, right under the 275. So we'll see if it continues to pull on back. Has 1 million shares traded on it, making little moves. We have about 10 minutes to the bell. TAOP is the top mover, but we'll see if it can conduct some business with oh, what is the news? Taoping awarded RMP 15 million cloud-based data analytics services contract, expands reach to mining industry. So, okay, they're reaching out. Okay, let's go and look at what this company, I know I've looked at this company before, but I promise after looking at so many companies, you just don't remember. TAOP. TAOP profile. So software infrastructure. This is a Chinese company. Cloud-based platform, education, residential, community management, elevator, Internet of Things. Okay, so they're pretty much an IT company. Let's go to their statistics. Float is looking like 1.33 million. They don't have any insider information or institutional information. Let's go and okay, so it says insider over here on FinViz. It's saying 34%, 34.94% to the insiders. What does that short interest look like? Very small short interest, but this may be delayed. If that is, we'll check another spot. TAOP 1.1. Okay, where is the ownership? Who owns what? Historical quotes, class flow, balance sheet, looking for their own. Maybe they don't have that easily accessible over here. I usually look at that in other places anyway. Oh well, let's jump over here to short interest, TAOP. All right, so short interest looks like it decreased, the percentage decreased. It has a 1% short or a short percent of float of 1%. Okay. We'll see how that reacts. Having that low short interest, maybe people will dive on, but I don't know. Needs a little bit more volume. Let's look at it. TAOP getting knocked around a little bit there. Looks like over here on the charts where we were looking, it is falling under this 225 level, out of this zone up here. So we'll see how far it wants to go. Like I said, 180s is looking like that spot where it's like, okay, you're gonna have to make a decision. You're gonna go up or go down. But something else may pop up on the day that we haven't seen yet. We have 8 minutes into the bell. This one's only up now 23%. 23%. And the only other one is LUMO up 23%. These are our top 4 really low float movers right now. Ay, ay, ay. CDIO testing down to 150. Mm. You can see that recalculate. Go ahead and get rid of TMDX. TAOP. So right now, what is the best looking chart? What has that nice little, a lot of these are coming out of bottoms, but this one had a nice little hold here on LUMO. So, I mean, it does have a little bit of room going up to the upside. I don't know how far it can go, but holding 20% there. BIOL, I don't know about this chart structure. Has some big moves in it. Unexpected moves, looks like. CDIO, not a whole lot of history back here, just over a year of trading. So based on what people can know just from the charts, LUMO still looks the best on the day. TAOP, again, yeah, LUMO is probably gonna, if LUMO doesn't take the lead, I'd be very surprised. I would be very surprised on that one. LUMO's average trading year to date is 28,000 per day. And today we have 1 million. So definitely some high relative volume coming into that thing. The relative volume is at 148. We usually look at relative volumes from 3 to 5 deviations out. This thing has a lot of volume. So I'm expecting it to be one of the key players on the day. Okay. Looking on the hour chart though, LUMO is coming into previous levels. Down here, what, the $4? I was looking at the $4. Maybe it'll hold. I don't really know. Looking over here on the monthly, the 4 was definitely some type of, could be some type of test point down here for it, between 4 and 375. We've seen pops back down into this level multiple times. Maybe if it can hold up the 4, it can get going upwards. But we'll see. Donnell says LUMO has been selling off since after hours. Yeah, but it's got the best chart set up though. Out of all 4 of these, LUMO's got the best chart set up. I mean, the other ones kind of look like, well, CDIO doesn't really look like death. it looks bullish, but the amount of times that these supports have been tested, I don't know where longs would get, or I don't know where the big longs would get aggressive on this with the lack of time on the supports. And then, of course, TAOP, who knows? I mean, I don't know. This thing's all over the place and still in a downtrend, overall downtrend. All right, so we're about to get market open here. Less than 40 seconds, I guess. Let's say. Let's see if LUMO does become the main stock on the day. 442. Can it hold up to $4 is the question. And if it does slip below the 4, can it hold up 375? Those are the two spots I was like, it may be able to hold something up here. All right, here goes the open. Watching LUMO out of the open, we'll jump to something else if it doesn't do what 443. Can we get a tap down to the $4 and hold? Okay, not a whole lot of motion. TAOP going green on the day. Can we get the turnaround on LUMO though? It's got this big old gap up here. It can go up here and test the 566. Right above the $4. First minute about to close. Okay, I do see another one called GAN, GAN. It's $1.72 up 92%. GAN. And yeah, these are pretty much it. Okay, so here's Lumo. Everything's red right now. Which one will be the green standout? Okay, CDIO showing a little bit of green in here. Smaller range for now. CDIO showing the best green on the day so far, but we'll see. LUMO going down there to the $4. Only up 12%, so that's not gonna look good to people. We'll see. Might have fallen off some scanners right there. CDIO continuing 13 million up here. Top side on the hour over the 165s is a possible test point for it. LUMO got down there to that 403. Let's see if it can revert back over the 450s. Two points that I was thinking could be support was a 4. It may break that down, and the 375. Somewhere up in here. Okay, CDIO, big green on the day. Okay, GAN is trash. Gonna take that one off. TAOP continuing downward. LUMO popping back up there. Yep, there it is, holding that $4 level. Just needs to pop over the 450s. It's back up 18%. So this is what I was saying. That $4 is just a really interesting level there for a pop out. And it's about, looks like it's going to pull a red to green move here shortly. Only 2 million shares traded on it though. But CDIO absolutely exploding upward, up 18%. So it is in direct competition with CDIO right now. Getting over this 160, getting up there. Well, it's a 10 cent rip out. So not a huge rip out, but for this price range, it is. Yeah, just not seeing that volume pour into LUMO like that just yet. BIOL going on down. Another test of this $4 level. And TAOP has pretty much given back all of its gains from pre-market. Only up 6% now. We're going to go ahead and remove. And probably BIOL as well. Where's my SPY? There we go. What's that SPY doing? SPY still bundling its way up. Okay, coming on down. Does it want to switch positions with LUMO? So this TAOP trash. Okay. $21 million shares on CDIO right now. Okay, getting a little clappage back into this zone right here under the 164s. Seeing the 425 starting to hold over here on LUMO. We'll see how long that lasts. So it tapped the 4 and now it's holding 25 cents higher to the 425. And CDIO absolutely getting massacred to the downside. LUMO holding the 425s and looks like it wants to at least try something. I don't know. We'll see. Still above this level though. Hasn't closed this candle. This is a 15-minute candle, which will be closing in more than 5 minutes. That's crazy. That's a long wick though. Let's see if it goes all the way red. Under the 150, it'll be red. And LUMO refuses to lose. Definitely taking his sweet time. CDIO only up 3%, looking like it wants to pull a green to red move. LUMO back over one or back at 425s here. Continue to find a little bit of exposure, and I think it's taking the top spot on the day. If CDIO continues to fail like this, like I said, LUMO did have the best like monthly chart and stuff, so kind of figured it was gonna end up trying to go for this breakout here. Breakout of the 460s is where you could go here. It's come here and got beat up at this level a couple of times, but now it has a nice little 3-bar play up to this level. Some buying potential at the over the 460. So we'll see what it wants to do, if it can do it, if it can hold up that $4. Looking over here on the daily chart and the hour chart, we can see that it came down here, tapped the 446 will be back green on the day and just playing here. So I just don't see that rush of volume over there on LUMO. Like, it should be picking up, it should be gaining steam, but CDIO is still like rolling the volume. 25 million out here. Okay, seeing more and more red, almost going red on the day for CDIO. There's another one popping up, Invos, NVOS, $1.80, up 20% right now. Invos. All right, so here's another one. Does it have any news on the day on Invos? No news on the day. If we look out here on the daily chart, what in the world happened to it? Oh, they did a reverse split, 1 for 10 reverse split a couple of days ago on the 6th, 2 days ago. So yeah, definitely boosted them up there. But reverse split, I mean, it's already made the move, so not not okay. So Lumo going on down. Will it go ahead and dump to the 375 level? Some reason I'm seeing LIFW as well, with 13% popped up there. Don't really know what its movement is about. I don't think it has any news on the day. Nope. Just has had a uptrend for quite a while, a couple of days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a couple of nice gaining days there. All right, LUM down there to the $4 again, and I think that it's going to end up losing out to LFW and Invos. LFW getting on up here. 1 million shares is its average daily. It has 3 million shares, so it's 3 times what its average daily is on the day. Invos average daily is 3 million, so it hasn't really reached this average yet. But LIFW ATR is $1.82 right now, so it'll probably give 10 cents very easily. Definitely. Let's see, 182. Let's do the calculation. 182 times 25. So should give at least 20 cents easily. Which you can see the bouncing up and down. This doing the 10 cents so easy, it's not even funny. Up 17% right now though, and building is, and now it really has that volume coming in over here, unlike LUMO. Look at that volume pouring in. LUMO looking like it's going to go on under $4. And at this point, with this much competition, I don't think it's going to be anything on the day. Down 11% since the open, going under 4 very easily. Let's jump over here and see this daily chart for LIFW. Right now at the 760s. Okay, so for this month, the low of the month was 262. And pretty much the high of last month was around 850s. There's a little level through here, 550. But yeah, it is making higher highs. So has done higher highs each month since August. So August, September higher high, October, November higher high. CDIO is now also red on the day. Go ahead and clean that one up. Remove it. It's pretty much what we do in the first couple of minutes of the day is identify, okay, where is everybody? Where they at? Good morning, Lori. I didn't even look at the chat. I've been like, huh, where is everyone? All right, LUMO still doing this thing. I might end up taking that one off. Invos and LIFW are looking like they're gonna be the main two. LIFW into halt, 34% up on the day. So I'm thinking LUMO is probably not going to be able to compete, especially looking like this. Nobody's going to come over here and mess with this. So go ahead and take that one off. Invos. Let's also check out what the SPY is doing here. Going towards the 440s, looks like $3 away. And this is pretty much what my scans are looking like right now. I just LIFW popped up in my small cap ranger, popped up in the top gainers, and you know, it's like the zeroed in point. So want to see what it wants to do on the day. If it does pull back, where can it pull back to? We look back here a little bit. It did have another rip back here on November 6th. Big rip, and then kind of descended, but it does have a couple of levels. 16 is that's an $8 move. I don't know if we could do that today, but this one is 932. It's at 8 right now, 831. That's more doable, but that's a pre-market level, so I don't know how actually functional that is. Jump back over here to the monthly on LIFW. Will it be able to hold? I mean, if it goes back to 550, that's not gonna be too good. But will it be able to hold this $8. Now here on the week, $3.15 was the low of this. Then yeah, $5. There's a little bit of indecision candle right here. So definitely don't want to see it blasting through that. I can actually delete these down here because if it goes below, that's going to be bad. But yeah, just hold up that 550-ish. And let's go ahead and get on down to the daily chart, where it is slowly breaking over its previous fail point. High of this one is 910 on the daily chart. So we'll see how all of that plays out. Another one just popped in, BLDE. This one's $2.94 on the move right now, BLDE. See what kind of news you got. So Blade Air Mobility CFO Will Hayburn says 2024 we expect significant year-over-year improvement in adjusted EBI TDA. Okay, flying cars. Whoa, what? Can work. Blade Air Mobility stock soars on surprise profit. Okay, so flying cars is what they're kind of working on. They had some pretty nice earnings. We'll watch that one right there. So never heard of them, working on flying cars. So let's get it. Tesla said he wants to automate cars where they drive by themselves. Well, this guy says I want to make them fly. Man, the police chases are gonna be crazy, bro. Crazy. I mean, somebody land in your house, bro. That ain't. You got that means if you're gonna do that, you man, how would you protect houses from that? You would need to shield. You would need to create zones. So if somebody flies, no, you couldn't do it like that. You'll kill some birds. Hmm. How would you protect houses from cars crashing into them? Because if the person is running from the police, they really don't care already. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I guess each house could have a missile system. You could do it that way. So if a car comes into a zone, the house itself will protect itself. But that's going to be definite death for whoever is driving that car. Oh man, I think too much. Or you could have a electronic signal that's sent out by the house that will shut any flying cars down that get too close. Instead of blowing it up, just shut it down. I wonder how much control they would have in those cars. Because then again, if it's a flying car, let's say if they want to just stop your car and they press a button and your car just stops, that's a lot of control. I don't know what kind of guidance system. Because that's another way you could do it. Just have full control of flying cars, so then they can't run, and their car is like a prison. But that would be like a death sentence if you crash into water and you can't get out because your car is like a prison. But I'm thinking too much about that. Let's go back over here. We got Invos, we got BLDE. Okay. Invos getting on up there, up 28% now. LIFW has not opened up yet. BLDE is our little flying stock. What time is this thing gonna open up? LIFW trade halts. 9:45 should be opening up. Should have already opened up. 9:45.50. Yeah, this is a 10-minute halt on that one, so it might open up a lot higher. Most of the times when they're a little bit longer, they end up popping up a little bit. But I'll be very careful because sometimes they can pop up and pull back pretty quickly. So 55.50, it should be opening up here. This one's only up 3% on the day, so not a huge gainer out of the open. Invos up 16%, but slowing down, only moved from the 65, about 30 cents there on Invos out of the open. Coming back in, or looks like it's coming into a level of resistance up here on Invos around those 175s. We'll see if it starts to slow down in this area right under the 2. All right, so we got about a minute left on LIFW. Let's see how high it opens. Will it gap up way high, or will it, open up at the same level and start to retreat? Will it open up over the 912s is the question. So on the weekly chart, 912 is kind of, let's see what it wants to do. Where did I get 912 from? Oh, okay, I see it over here. I got that from the daily chart. 910-ish. Trying to see if it'll gap over that. All right, 20 seconds left. 55.50. That's a 10-minute halt. All right, that should open it up right there. Okay. Can it get over 910? 908, 916. Okay, got over 910. Ooh, got way over 910. All right, up 50%. 55%. So this is going to be the one on the day for sure. Back into halts. And it got right up here to this doable level that we were talking about earlier. I didn't know if it could do it right there, but right at that level. So we'll see, does it want to open up and go higher or what? At the 970s right now. Very interesting mover. BLDE, not really competing on the day. But it's only $2.81. Is BLDE gonna be the next Tesla, where we start seeing flying 18-wheelers, flying trains? Why would you even need a train to fly? I don't know. I think for the most part it will be personal use, like not personal, but personal and business. You don't really need huge automobiles in the sky. I would say if people are gonna fly, keep something on the ground. So like, let's say I have 18-wheelers on the ground and everybody else flying. The most dangerous stuff stays on the ground. I could just see somebody rushing to work. Like normal drive time is like 25, 30 minutes, but then you can fly in a straight line. Unless there's, somebody, some cross sections or whatever, but pretty much a straight line. You can be to your job in like 5 minutes. Cut out all the turns, all the stops, all of that stuff. And just actually, I think it would be better if people didn't drive. Like they didn't control the vehicles. It's just vehicle control, because what they could do is have the system be like, okay, well, there's a car coming. Let's slow down this many miles per hour so there's no collision, but both of y'all can still, take a pretty much keep the same speed with just a little decrease, maybe a little increase of speed here and there, just to keep the collisions from happening. But I don't think people will be happy about that. They'll be like, I want to fly. It's like, bro, you've never been a pilot in your life. Why? Why? And then again, they'll have to deal with the other consequences of flying, like the radiation. You're getting closer to the sun. A lot of pilots and stuff like that have carcinomas and things like that. They fly a lot of hours and they're way closer to the sun than we are. So don't want to catch a lawsuit. I got skin cancer. I was riding in this car with this sunroof. You know, it's all about liability management. Invo's coming on down. So yeah, LIFW, I mean, it's taking the cake on the day pretty much. Has a crazy amount of range, ATR of almost $2. Its relative volume is a little bit low, 1.3 relative volume. Usually we're looking for 3 to 5 in that relative volume, but you know, it's definitely ranging out. But it hasn't shown us a pullback on the day either. We don't know what a pullback looks like on this thing. Let's look at this. I did not get a chance to look at the spreads when it was moving. I don't know how much maybe like 10-20 cent spreads or something like that. Mike D says I'm back. Traded RBLX. RBLX. Oh yeah, I saw that one this morning. That bad boy was trucking along. Held that 40 level right there. Came down, tested the 40, and kept going up. WBLX. Okay, so it is 9 o'clock, and I need to go ahead and get to my morning meetings. Spies coming on down, but I'll continue watching LIFW. It seems to be the thing on the day. If you guys are going to continue trading, definitely be careful. I don't really know a lot about LIFW, but looks like it can give some opportunities. Um, but yeah, that is it for me today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're green on the day, green on the week, hey, keep it up. I have yet to take any trades on this week. I don't know. I was willing to take a trade yesterday, but it just it just didn't follow my plan. So I was like, okay, whatever. Just let it roll off. A lot of medical stocks this week. I don't really know what's going on in pharmaceuticals, biopharmaceuticals sector that's causing so much sentiment in the medical environments. But you know, we haven't seen any killer news like breast cancer or anything like that. But I don't know. It's been an interesting week. I will be back on Friday. If I take any trades tomorrow, definitely put them in Discord and be in the Discord as well tomorrow. But yep, that is it for me today. Appreciate you guys once again. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just know that I try my best to keep my sanity during all of this trading. And like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, my strategy is a very hard strategy because it's patience based. It's like let it come to this level, hit this level, I'm in, no matter what. That's pretty much the strategy. But you know, it just takes the patience to do it. But yeah, that is it for me today. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.